It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Buckeyes will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. He's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on him.
Wants to throw on third. Finds the tight end. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Convert that third down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
You do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, you watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Finds his big tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The defense takes matters into its own hands. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's going for it all. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Goodwin. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Trojans line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Leaves it with the running back. Spins away from the defender. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Zings it complete to the right. Running through contact. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. It gets an explosive play for this offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
He's got him this time. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
Caught behind the line. It's Kamara. Touchdown, Ohio State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This is a running back that can hurt you, not just getting handoffs, but they use him in the passing game as well. They called the screen at the absolute perfect time, and it ends up being a touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback moving. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with a relentless chase. I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. It's complete. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20. Using the quick game. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Back to pass on second down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Snagged out of the air. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Brings up second and goal.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
To the air on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Throws to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play call.
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's
touchdown Ohio State, and they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Graves. They'll rush whistling down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Floating away. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making checks. They'll toss it to the left. Turning it on! Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the...
Snags it! They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this group...
Into the end zone he goes! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boise State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Chris Peterson, this has not been a blowout today on the Smurf turf. They are up by just 1 over North Carolina. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating.
Pulls it in on the right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Graves.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding in zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the run, it's Dugan. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. He'll take it himself.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Give to the running back. Runs through the tackle. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. It's complete on the right side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
The Buckeyes will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got the big tight end on the corner route. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Football is very easy when the offensive line does their job like that. I mean, look at those holes, back able to make a cut, first down.
Makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working on the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Graves. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
USC 7.
bringing it out. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Here's a hit. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it on the outside. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Ohio State.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. And he missed it. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Set to kick it off.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Back out there. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. He fires a bullet to the right. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Pittsburgh. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Goodwin. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell that he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Finds his man. It's Dugan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Third down play from the gun. Pulls it in. It's Dugan. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Trojans are flying down the field.
For the offense.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. It was against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches. But you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Can't get him to the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. Inside. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they turn it into a defensive score. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man down the middle. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and that I can get them the ball and they can make something happen. He's one of those guys, and that's why I'm going to continue to force feed him.
Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. They just keep firing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Madden. And he's brought down after a nice game.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield on 1st down. Right on the money. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. The RPO, it's complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's on target and complete. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. A designed run for the quarterback. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Set, ready. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Boise State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to North Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Scanning the field, it's Jean-Pierre. Got his man. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Snags a quick pass on the left. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
At the 35-yard line. First down for the offense.
On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Graves.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
The Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And the Trojans come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Dugan. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Trojans are on the move.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for an ace.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. But a little time, lets it go. Got his man. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Now on first down from the 40. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great...
Turning it on! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They've moved the sticks. It's first down.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're...
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Might be changing the route.